The debut album of the band, Thee Deadtime Philharmonic, comes out later this month. I'll put the details here, and I'll also put some links down below regarding the band, and I'll link also a few of their videos. I've only recently become aware of the band on Twitter via Lisa McKenzie, who's been raving about them. So I checked them out, checked out some of their tracks and some of their videos, and fantastic. I'm very impressed. They're a working class band, and they focus on some things which need to be focused on, and like in many other areas of life, there is an absence of focus on those things, and that is precisely working class experiences on the coalface of poverty, on austerity and social disintegration. These are the things that the band specifically focus on, and they do so very poetically, very emotively. So they are a band very much worth checking out. The album comes out, their debut album, later this month. I think it's the 14th of February. In particular, the tracks which I like are Babylon Working, Bad Lad and Idiot Village. You should definitely check out their music videos, which are available on YouTube. I'll put some links to them down below. They're shot beautifully in monochrome, and are dealing specifically with drug dealing, with poverty, with people struggling to survive, struggling to feed their families, crime, general social isolation. I've also found it difficult, even though they're musically extremely competent and they've been praised and recognised from multiple sources, to make a significant breakthrough. And this is one of the problems. If you are an authentic working class voice in another middle class dominated industry, these things are just not fashionable. These voices are not fashionable. These concerns are just invalid. And it is going to be that much harder to be given an opportunity. These are precisely the experiences. This is precisely the reality. These are precisely the voices and the stories which now more than ever need to be at the forefront. But nobody else is going to do that for us, and we need to be doing that ourselves. We need a movement within our communities of peer mentors. I was very impressed with the Professor Green documentary and interview that he gave on Channel 4, which is precisely the kind of moves that we need, precisely the kind of voices that need to come forward, precisely the kinds of experiences which need to be validated. There are workable solutions. Peer mentoring is an incredibly progressive one and has been proven to work. It is a movement that is needed. It is a renaissance of our own communities, our own voices, our own experiences. And I'm extremely honoured and pleased and happy to give a review of this band, because that's precisely what they are doing, albeit creatively and through the means of music. So you should definitely check them out. There are some tour dates as well, which I'll put up. You should definitely get the album, definitely check out their YouTube videos, definitely focus on these bands. I wish them all the success in the world, and they're a band that needs to be successful and deserves to be successful. I just hope that this middle class dominated industry doesn't squeeze them out, because listen to them, listen to their musical skill, the emotiveness of their lyrics. The only reason that they're finding it difficult is precisely because of what they're singing about. They're not a working class parody. They're a band which very clearly, very precisely are singing about life, working class life, impoverished life, right on the cutting edge of social alienation and social breakdown. Very clear, unapologetic and honest terms. And clearly they are people who themselves come from those backgrounds and understand that reality very clearly. Hopefully there will be a band that we'll be hearing much more of in the coming months and years. Again, I wish them all success in the world, and I do believe that they are one of many groups and individuals who are beginning to break through in hopefully what will prove to be the beginning of a working class cultural renaissance. A cultural renaissance which will be carried out by us on our own behalves, in our own way, with our own voices, where we can begin to empower our own selves. It's time to smash apart those poisonous negative stereotypes that airbrush over our potential, airbrush over the realities of our lives, the potential that we have to overcome various difficulties and to inspire our own communities, bring our own communities together